Morning, everyone. So, in this class, I'm going to explain you about what is estimation, what is an estimate, what is the procedure of estimation. So, before starting this, I just want to give you one practical thing. Why we are going for the estimation? As you all know that for all engineering works, it is required to know beforehand the probable cost of the construction, which is known as the estimated cost. If the estimated cost is greater than the money available, then the attempts are made to reduce the cost by reducing the work, or you can change the specifications. What is the meaning of specification? Specification is comprises into two different types. The first one is general specification and other one is detailed specifications. So what is the difference between a general and a detailed specification? See, generally specification describes briefly about the types of class, what is the procedure you are going to follow for the construction work, and it will be giving you the brief specifications. So example, PCC. What is the specification of PCC? The ratio is 1 is to 4 is to 8. So what is 1, what is 4, and what is 8? 1 is one bag of cement, 4 is the measuring boxes of fine aggregate, and 8 is the measuring boxes of coarse aggregate. So this is the specification. So in brief, you are having different classes like class 1 specification, class 2 specification, class 3 specification, class 4 specification in general specification categories. In detail specification, it will briefly bifurcate each and every construction items into brief specified or specifications. It will be classifying into different types. So based on that, and so you know that like in preparing an estimate, the quantities of different items of construction work are calculated by means of simple measurement. How can I calculate a quantity of an estimate? Now let us say I am going for the calculation of excavation. So I want, how will I calculate the quantity of excavation? Obviously I need dimensions. So what are the dimensions? Length, breadth, and depth. So what is L? L is length in meters, B is breadth in meters, D is depth in meters. So meter into meter into meter, what will be the units of excavation activity, excavation item? It is cubic meter. So very simple fundamental, you know very well. Like calculations, like generally it consists of LBD, or instead of height you can take depth also, not a problem. And one more, the most important thing is, as I told you, what is like a language of civil engineer? Obviously a drawing. Without drawing, without having a proper understanding in drawing, what is going to happen? You cannot go for the estimations. A civil engineer should be well versed in drawings, then only he will calculate the quantities. He will take the dimensions from the drawings. In the Excel sheet he'll be preparing one format, and in the form of LBD, there he is going to copy the dimensions and he is going to calculate the quantities in terms of LBD, that is in the cubic meter. And also, you know, one more thing, estimation makes one thorough or superficial works which does not have any gaps into details, or the most aim is like the subject of estimation, it cannot be prepared just before the examination. You know, there's lot of homework, there's lot of assignment is required for this, and basically for this you require drawings. So drawing comprises of plans, sections, elevations. If you are having all those things, then obviously you can go for the estimation, that is estimate, any kind of an estimate, road estimate, canal estimate, or building estimate, or culvert estimate, or bridge estimate, or irrigation estimate, etc. So this is about estimation. Now moving on to our next slide, what is estimate? As I told you, estimation is nothing but to know the probable cost of the construction beforehand. Before undertaking the construction of a project, it is necessary to know what is the probable cost of the construction. So this is called as an estimate. So you're calculating the estimates in the form of a document. Whatever the quantities you have calculated, all those quantities you are furnished into a document, that is called as an estimate. Because to know the probable cost of the construction beforehand, if once it is known, then you can go for the process of, you can go for the implementation of the construction work. And one more important thing is, no one can say that what will be the actual cost of the construction, because you never know. Because once like you're going for the execution of construction, then you will be having so many problems, you will be so many problems will be encountered. And sometimes whatever the estimates you have given on site, difficulties or maybe changes in the drawings in the form of plan section and elevations, your estimates will be changing. It may increase or it may decrease. And mostly rate also plays a very important role. What kind of a rate? For an example, if I'm going for the calculation of excavation, that is LBD, meter multiplied by meter cubic meter. So for 1 cubic meter, what is the rate fixed? So this rate will be fixed by a group of representatives. They'll be finalizing the rate in the form of, and that rate will be furnished in BOQ. What is BOQ? Bill of quantities. So based on that, you'll be having so many different construction items. Let us say excavation, let us say PCC, plain cement concrete, let us say DPC, dam proof course, or let us say painting works, flooring works, so many works, so many civil engineering. Anyways, in the next slide, I'll be in the upcoming class, next class, I'm going to explain you about what are the different civil engineering items of the work. A brief explanation I'll be giving you, followed by the units also I'll be giving you. What are the units for excavation, plastering, painting, flooring, RCC, PCC, DPC, etc. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. What is the necessity of estimates? I know very well, like before a owner or a client is going to start up a new project, so for that they require the estimates. For estimates you require drawings. For drawings you required obviously an architect and a structural engineer. So based on that, and quantity surveyor engineer will be calculating the quantities for the various items of construction, and based on that, owner will be getting a clear cut picture what will be the probable cost of the construction. So based on that, if he's having the sufficient funds, then he will start up the construction work. If he's not having the sufficient funds, then other alternate thing is he may go for the bank loan. He may give an application, he may do all the formalities for satisfying the terms and conditions of the bank based on the norms. If everything is fine, then he may also get the loan. The bank may sanction the loan. So first thing is to calculate the tax of the building. As you all know very well, income tax plays a very important role, not only in construction but everywhere. Even our salaries, if our salary is more than 25,000, 30,000, obviously income tax is levied on us. So in the same manner, house tax, property tax, salary tax, etc. So based on the tax only, he'll be fixing up the rent of the building. And one more, the most important thing is to know what are the various civil engineering items which are involved in the building constructions, and to know the availability of the materials of the construction beforehand. And the second important thing is, you know very well, resources plays a very important role. Resources in terms of arranging the labors, arranging the machineries, arranging the skilled and unskilled labors at work site, arranging the engineers, going for the plant and machineries, etc. This also plays a very important role in the necessity of estimate. So moving on to the next slide. Quantity surveyor. As you all know, what is the role of a quantity surveyor? The first foremost important thing is going for the calculation of the quantities in the form of abstract estimate or in the form of detailed estimate. How you'll be calculating? Obviously based upon the drawings. In the drawings for any particular activity, let us say construction activity, so LBD, so length, breadth, depth. So based on this calculation, you will be going for the estimation of going for the calculation of quantity of earthwork excavation. That is, third one is data. Data is what kind of a data? Units. What is a unit of excavation? When I'm taking dimension LBD, obviously my units will be meter. Meter is meter cube. In the same manner, if I'm going for the plastering work, so plastering work only I'm going for length into height, so that will be meter. Meter multiplied by meter will be square meter. So likewise I'm going for the dimensions, going for the units. And third one is abstract and measurement billing. What is a meaning of abstract? For all the items which I have calculated, LBD or LD, that is depth, so all that estimate simply I'm preparing in the form of abstract. So let us say excavation, now my abstract estimate is quantity is 4000 cubic meter. In the same manner, my plastering, for plastering work, the quantity is around 5000 SFT. So based on the dimensions, based upon the units, I'm going for the I'm putting the quantities in the form of abstract. So that is an abstract estimate. So now moving on to the last one is duties of quantity surveyor. What is the duty of the quantity surveyor? First important thing is drawing plays a very important role. Without drawing, a quantity surveyor or a civil engineer is handicapped, will be coming under the category of handicap, because without a knowledge in the drawing, how you will forget about the taking the quantities from the drawing, going for the estimates or estimation, you forget about this, you will not be able to execute the work in the construction site without a knowledge in the drawing. So obviously drawing plays a very important role. Second one, most important thing is he should be experienced person, and whatever the dimensions is being given in the drawings, the same dimensions he need to take and he need to calculate the quantities. And the third one is he should also know the knowledge about the execution of construction work at site, because when he's having that basic fundamental idea, then things will be very easy for him to calculate and to understand what activity will have what kind of a units and all, etc. So this also plays a very important role. And the fourth one is he should be able to write the description of different works. Description, like first one is earthwork, second one is dam proof course, third one is flooring works or structure works or substructure works. So based on that, what is the quantity, what is the nature of the work, what is the mode of the work, or what plant and machineries you are using for the excavation work, all those things you need to give a brief description. And the last one is, obviously whenever you are going for the execution of the work, the first primary important thing is planning and scheduling. Planning plays a very important role, and with your planning you are going for the scheduling of the different construction activities. So with this I will just stop. So this is your first video, so thoroughly you go through it. If at all you are having any doubt, please do ask me. Okay, thank you.